Hey guys, episode 5 here, continuing on from last time. We've got a world problem, slightly more challenging than the examples we did last time, but let's get to it. So the scenario here is that there is a tower, princess on top. The height of the tower is 70 meters, which is equivalent to the height of the building, which it is parallelly standing next to. The angle of elevation to the height of the princess on top, and the angle of elevation from the top of the tower to the princess is given, and we're asked to find the distance between the building and the tower, and the total height of the building, the tower and the princess combined. So that represents h, and the distance would be d. I would advise you guys to attempt this yourself and then compare to my solutions, and here it goes. So first off, I'm going to think of this triangle by itself. I've got not really half, I've got some of the height. I know it's a right angle triangle because it's a tower straight up, and I've got one angle. So if I drew out the triangle, it looks like this. This side would be 70 plus h. H would be this bit here. Well, you know what? Let me just call this bit h so I don't get confused. So the extra princess's height is h. So 70 plus h, my angle is 33.4. And I've got a right angle triangle, there's my D. Now, if you think SOHCAHTOA again, I have the opposite side, and I have the adjacent. Opposite and adjacent, think TOA. So, I've got tan of 33.4 equal to, opposite being 70 plus h, divided by the adjacent, which is just D. Is there anything else I can do there? No, there isn't, because I've got two variables in one equation. Let's see if there's any other equation I can make from this information. Using this second triangle I've got here, I am going to sketch that out now and see if I can come up with another trig ratio. So it looks a bit like this. Again, I'm going to try to keep a right triangle right here. This side is just h by itself, the height of the princess. Here I've got distance again. The distance stays the same as it was in our previous triangle. The angle this time is a lot smaller, 11.2 degrees. And let's see if we can write that as an equation. We've got the opposite side and an adjacent side. So again, we're going to use TOA. So tan of 11.2 is equal to opposite, which is height in this case, and the adjacent, which is distance. So I've got two equations with two unknowns, h and d. Now, some of you might think back to my video of elimination, but unfortunately there's no addition or subtraction here. So what I'm going to do is rearrange one to make it look like it represents height. So this equation here, watch what I do to it. I'm going to send distance to the other side, so it becomes distance multiplied by tan of 11.2 is equal to h. I've done nothing but sent d to the other side, so h is isolated. Now I'm going to plug this equation into the height over here, so that my entire equation has only one variable, that being d. So I'm going to rewrite this one here now. I have tan of 33.4 equal to 70 plus not h. I'm going to write this thing, which is equivalent to h, and we found from our second equation, plus d times tan of 11.2, all of that divided by d. The cool thing here is that we've got one equation, still complicated looking, but one variable. I'm going to try to solve for d now. Take d to the other side, it becomes d tan 33.4 equals 70 plus d tan 11.2. Take this d to the other side as well, so now I have d times tan of 33.4 minus tan of 11.2 equals 70. It looks simpler and simpler the further we go. That's why math isn't as intimidating as most people make of it. So distance, I'm just going to put this in my calculator. I have tan of 33.4, answer minus tan of 11.2. I have 0.467. So 70 divided by 0.46, which is further equal to 151.7. So the distance between the building and the tower is 151.7. Now that is only half our mark. We're going to go back to our height. So I'm going to take my answer and I'm going to plug it into this equation here to find h. My d was 151.7, but if I multiply that by tan 11.2, it should equal to my height. Again, it's something our calculator is responsible for. I'm going to multiply 151.7 times the tan of 11.2. And I get height is equal to 30.04. And there I have both my variables. Height is equal to 30.04 meters. And oops, the distance represented by d would be 151.7 meters. SOHCAHTOA at its very finest.